Hello, my name is Mika and this is my first video blog ever. I'm a filmmaker by profession. And to be honest, I would never ever come in front of the camera without having a reason that is worth it. This reason has changed my whole life, and it may change yours too. That's the first and foremost reason why I'm doing this blog. Second reason is that I find it much easier to talk than write. So this serves my laziness pretty well. My story is very long, and to be honest, I don't know how to explain it properly, but I trust that God will give me the right words. And you, my friend, if I'm not clear enough, please remember to ask. Also, feel free to comment anything you hear here. I will try to answer the questions as soon as possible. So here we go. In this first clip, I'm going to say something about blindness. Exactly 5 years ago, March 23rd, 2012, I committed the biggest mistake of my life. I'm not going into details yet, but it was a huge mistake. Of course, I didn't know that in that moment, because I was completely blind. I'm not talking about physical blindness. My eyes are pretty alright. I'm talking about blindness that is much harder to see. It's very hard to explain and almost impossible to digest. I've given a name to this kind of blindness, the Iceman-syndrome. You may ask, what does this has to do with Kimi Räikkönen, the famous Formula 1 driver, aka the Iceman? Well, not much, but at the same time everything. Let me explain. One of the most famous quotes by Kimi Räikkönen is back from 2012 in Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, when Kimi's race engineer was giving him some advice, and Kimi answered with this legendary one-liner: "Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing." You can find it from YouTube. I don't know about you, but for me this one-liner portrays very accurately the main problem of the whole human kind. Think about it. How many times have you used these words, "leave me alone, I know what I'm doing," in some form, when your mom or dad tries to give you an advice, or your wife or husband tries to correct you, or your friend points out your weaknesses, or your consciousness warns you of making a wrong choice? Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. This is the Iceman-syndrome. Most people suffer from this syndrome but never know about it. I was one like that until March 23rd, 2012, exactly 5 years ago. That's the day when God started to open my eyes to see the naked truth about myself and the world around me. But before going into details, I'd like to know what's your opinion about the ideal length of the video in a vlog like this. I'd like to keep the clips short enough to digest, so please let me know what you think. I'll be back and explain how I found out I was suffering from the Iceman syndrome. See you soon.